Hey, what's up? It's Foster, and we're back working on my WRX tonight, and we're giving the car some more lighting modifications. I've got a Speed F1 light that we're gonna be installing on the car, and I think that's gonna help complement the rear end and finish off all the lighting mods. Since I recently installed these sequential taillights, I think it still needs a flashing F1 light to kind of complete the look. In Japan, they actually did get fog lights available with their cars, but I guess it's less foggy in the US because we never got that option. So this installation should be pretty easy because there's already cut out in the rear bumper where this is gonna go, and the Speed F1 light comes with the harness and everything needed. So let's go ahead and get started. Before I get started, I'm actually switching which F1 light I'm installing because I think this OLM Vector F1 light is gonna match these OLM Spec CR taillights a lot better, and they've both got a smoke lens with red bars, so I think they complement each other really well. This has also got a plug-and-play harness, so it's gonna make our lives a whole lot easier. I'm gonna start by removing this trunk trim and carpet, and that's gonna give us access to our tail light, which is gonna give us the signal for our new F1 light. All right, I'm disconnecting the taillight harness at the moment. And then what's nice is you can use this plug-and-play harness OLM provides to essentially intercept the brake signal, and that's what's gonna feed the F1 light. So see, that clicks right into your OEM chassis harness, and then this clicks into your brake light, and then this connector here is what's gonna power the F1 light, so I'll go get the harness for that. So here is our OLM plug-and-play harness. I'm gonna click one end of it into our tail light splitter, and then I'm gonna feed the other end through this hole right here in the chassis. There's a little plug in it. And, oh, I poked it through. But I'm gonna feed the other end of this so that we can access it from underneath the car. Check this out, our harness came through exactly where we wanted it to. It's nice we didn't have to dig around too much for it. Now I'm gonna remove this bumper cover so that we have more access to get to the F1 light location. So I removed this cover real fast so I can show you guys how we can get it out of the car and the bumper because it's a little dark and hard to see. There are these two plastic tabs on the bottom that you gotta push on these tabs to release. And then there's these two tabs on top. You also have to press on these to release this cover. And these two side tabs are just for guiding it in place. And that's really all that's needed to remove this little F1 light cover. As I mentioned, it's gonna be a little hard to see, but I'm gonna press these two bottom tabs first. That popped right out. Now I just gotta press in on these top tabs and then this whole piece should release. All right, apologies for the fact that it's pretty dark and hard to see underneath this bumper, but I'm gonna do my best to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. I've got this metal clip here, and you install this on the passenger side with the threaded part facing in, and that's gonna go over this lower hole here. I slid the metal bracket into place, as you can see. Now I'm going to start threading this hardware into the passenger side, and then there's a pop clip for the driver's side. Now I'm gonna slide the OLM Vector light into place, feed that harness through, and then give it a bit of an upwards angle so it doesn't get caught on anything. You see right there, it popped into place. Now all we have to do is use the two remaining pieces of hardware to secure it from behind to that new bracket. I'm not gonna show this step since it's kind of hard to see, but tighten down that hardware with a 10mm and then everything should be secured. All you gotta do then is plug in your light and you're good to go. They snap right together, and then I'm gonna use a zip tie to bundle up all this extra cable and secure it out of the way. I pretty much got the F1 light fully installed at this point, and I got the harnesses all connected and tucked up out of the way. I ran it behind the rear bumper, and then I mounted it up out of the way with a zip tie. That way it's going to be protected from any sort of weather or moisture or anything like that. Now all I got left to do is to reinstall these pop clips, and then we're pretty much done. I'm going to show you guys the functions of this new OLM Vector light real fast. So it's got a running light. This is just when your lights are on. This is going to be the low beam light that's on. And then it's also got a brake light function. The center section of this F1 light lights up for that. And can you hit the brakes again, Kevin? Yeah, so see, right now with the mode we have it on right now, it doesn't flash, but you can also turn on a flashing feature as well. You got to turn the lights on and off 3 times and hit the brake. There's a special sequence, and then the F1 feature is enabled. So just like that, you can see now the brake light has that F1 flash. This is my personal favorite function of this light. I think that looks really cool. But this is one of the reasons why I was so excited to install this F1 light. And even with the brakes off, I think just the running light alone, it matches the tail lights really nicely on these OLM spec CRs. So super happy with how this looks. Now why don't I cut to some B-roll in the warehouse? I'll show you guys some up close shots of how it looks. Well, that's pretty much going to do it for this F1 light installation. A really quick and easy project, especially since OLM includes a fully plug-and-play harness. When these F1 lights first came out, they used to involve tapping into your taillight harness, and it was a much more complicated install, but nowadays it's gotten really easy with the plug-and-play harnesses. And I also think that this Vector F1 light is a cool new design as well. OLM released that within the last couple months, so it's something different than all the other F1 lights you guys have seen on these cars. One thing I would say is I kind of wish it had the reverse function. So this one doesn't have that. It's just got running lights and obviously the brake light. So maybe in the future we'll see a Vector light with a reverse function. If you guys like this OLM light, let me know in the comment section down below. If you think it matches my tail lights, I'd love to hear what you guys think about all the lighting mods I've been doing to this car. And if you like the WRX content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a like because it really does help a lot too. With all that being said, I'll see you guys next time.